because we forget that as a human being, we are a physiological organism that needs to stay alive. If we're not alive, we're dead. So we have this feedback system that most people are not aware of, that's constantly feeding back. You're either doing things that are beneficial to your life and you're taking care of yourself, or you're doing things that are damaging to your life, and you're literally damaging yourself physically, mentally, emotionally. And I find there's what I call a readiness. So for example, this week, I thought at the beginning of this week, you know what, I'd quite like to do a juice fast, but I can feel in my body and in my mind that I'm not really up to it. It's like I've got too much else on my plate. And that's another really important thing, is that when we're doing a fast, you know, so much stuff can come up because we're not suppressing all our usual emotions with food, which, you know, whether we think we do that or not, we often do. And so when we start to fast and deprive our body of the normal food intake, it's gonna get really grumpy, first of all, because it's detoxifying, but it's not just detoxifying physically, it's detoxifying mentally and emotionally, and that brings a lot of stuff up. So they come to store all this emotional energy unconsciously inside, all the hurt, the disappointment, the sadness, the anger, the loneliness, all these you know, primary emotions, they all get held inside because they're afraid in general of, you know, being able to speak up for themselves, because they might get even more punishment and rejection. So they just hold it all inside, and then they create a habit of doing that unconsciously, and then that creates the behaviors. So the emotions sit underneath the behavioral patterns. And quantum physics has proven that everything is energy. That means our thoughts are energy, our emotions are energy, our physical body is ultimately energy. And if we hold that energy inside, those emotions inside, it literally starts to distort our cells. It literally rewires the cells into a different vibration and a different frequency. And different organs, in fact, store different emotions.